Because what that means is that I don't have to feel bad about that setup, because that setup's not as disgusting as I thought. Fine. Let's have a little bit of fun. Our worst thing is our boots, so... Really? I bought 7 pairs of boots and they're all just blue. And they're all worse than what we're wearing in terms of armor. Oh, that's sadness. But I'll take the 10 armor trade to get the pile more strength. Oh, that hurts though. Oh, that hurts. Let that be a lesson, kids. Don't gamble. It doesn't pay off. On the bright side, we got a chunk of that money back. Now comes the question of, do I try that again and make sure not to lose the talent bonus this time? So that the broken nonsense continues. There's also the idea of smelting some of my stuff to try to make it better. But I feel like everything we're actively wearing is pretty good. This one could do with being better because the intelligence is kind of silly. Now, is it the one that I laid up is the one that changes, or is that the one that doesn't change? Oh wait, no, I'm adding to it, aren't I? Yeah, because I can... Wait. Okay, no. There we go. Change that to increase strength. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay. That is a lot more valuable to me now, because raising intelligence for this guy doesn't seem like it does much. Since all intelligence does is magic resist and magic attack. Neither of which are hugely important to us. Judging, you can also tell that from the intelligence of 1. It's fine. Dexterity does have a place because we learned that that boosts crit chance. But since now we know we can change individual effects, let's get rid of this cold damage because that doesn't help us. Attack speed will be a better choice. Oh, the other ones are locked in now, huh? No change. No change. Yeah, I'm just gonna accept what we have there. Slight increase in attack speed is not bad. So I have a decision to make. Do I try to make use of the Frantic Whirlwind bonus, or do I try again with the fast attacks, and then go into using probably the Bloodlust Axe, so that we gain madness back? I think for variety's sake, we'll go back into using one of the one-handed weapons for a moment. And then in run 3, we'll go back into the two-hander if I'm gonna keep going today. There we go. Potions are maxed out. I can't have better potions anymore. Which I think, if I remember right, they are planning on putting in a better meta progression setup, so once that comes out, that'll be a huge boon. But I don't know if that's gonna come with them resetting what I've done there or not. Which if it resets, that's fine. Nope, we didn't quite gain a level yet. I thought I saw the icon, but I think I'm just losing my mind slightly. So, decision. Switching to the one-handed weapon really only mattered for this attack? But Rip Out is a consideration still. Because Rip Out does have better bleeding chance. But no, we'll give this another spin. Quite literally, most likely. Attack speed and critical damage. Go ahead and give me the Eyes of Greed. Because I'm a little worried about how the setup's gonna go at the second, so having more potions might be a very handy thing. Now, admittedly, we are going to be partially doing the same thing again, because Critical Strike is going to be important to this setup, probably. But we can go at it from a different angle. That's also why I'm still wearing the Critical Strike gives attack bonus thing. Otherwise, I would have switched helmets. Which I should have put some of this stuff away when we were in town, but meh, it's fine. What are the bonuses on this one again? Critical hits with Frenzy Strike and Rages. That's actually going to be huge, what we're doing. And these two feed into each other, so we'll go with that. That's nice and easy. Start going crazy. Increased resist, increased armor, increased dexterity. We want the dexterity to get our crit rate up. I know, I'm neglecting my defensive attributes. To that I say, what's a defensive attribute? What is this concept of defense you speak of? The best defense is everything is dead before they even know I'm here. After all, that which is destroyed cannot harm you. Usually. You know, barring things that explode when they die. But that's cheating. Luck might actually be a real good thing to build for this, actually. You can't read the whole thing at this angle, but basically what it does is when you hit enemies with your basic attack, instead of it, for example, with our basic attack only giving 5 madness, it would then give 10. Because it'll basically pay twice. And Sturdy wouldn't be too bad for us either, because we would have decent odds of getting that increased armor with just how often we'd be attacking. The flip side to that is we do kind of need aggression and fury probably for this setup. Since we are attacking fast, fury will actually matter more. So I think I'll take the Shadow Blade Fragment again. If I could have afforded both of them, I would have bought both of them. Like, that's 100% both are good. What do you got for me today? A fury bonus. Momentum is... I mean, momentum's also pretty good. Especially once you get down to the bottom there and have the 80% extra damage against things that have one of the 3 effects that you have a 1 in 4 chance of applying. Like, that's really just value in and of itself. But this gets fury activated right away, so we'll go with that. Because the other one, we'd have to find something that we want to put in our setup that has a level of momentum to it. Or more accurately, more like 4 levels of momentum if we want the full payoff. So putting those debuffs on things really isn't a bad thing in and of itself. I feel like I'm gonna need that 6th potion sometimes. Nom nom nom. Come here. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I feel like I have to go with Frantic Chain with the attack speed plan. It's just gonna be real iffy whether this works out or not. It is working better than when we tested it originally already. So that's a good sign. Wait, there's a weapon over here. Then again, we have skill bonuses and such to it. On critical hit, it generates madness, so that's good. While in rage, Frantic Train doesn't drain your madness. I need that. That right there, I need that. So basically, you're saying I can spin for free, and I'm just like, yes. Yes. Give me free spin. That's like putting a slot machine in front of me and saying I get a free spin. Obviously, I'm immediately gonna pull that damn arm. There we go. Now we just need more and more ways to enrage. And we're in business. But right now, all we have that enrages us is a chance on our basic attack. I can't jump while spinning is the only problem. But this is definitely working out better than attempt 1 with spin to win strategies. But like I said, our gear is also so much better. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try out Bloody Berserk this time. His Bloody Berserk generates more madness a second, so that should keep the spin going even without Enrage. Enrage just makes it easier. And this Bloody Berserk also gives damage reduction, which is going to be important for how long we'll probably have to stay in front of things. That'll be useful for now. Is the 50% stat boost chance should play out pretty nicely for us, especially in the early game where It'll make a more significant jump for our stats. Hello, tree. Meet chainsaw. It is definitely not as efficient as our other methods have been, but it is still funny. Oh god, the pain. It is really great for defending myself against the minions, though. Like, the minions can't get close to me because I'm just spinning like an idiot. Game really likes giving me Monoxen's battle helmet. I think that might be the artifact we've received the most in this game. The legendary item, rather. I feel like legendary item and artifact are interchangeable in some universes, and that's what's fucking with my head. The way these forges keep spawning out here, I feel like the smith is supposed to be out here too, but he just isn't. Which is fine, it really doesn't matter. Or because we haven't been using his services. It's just something that keeps catching my attention every time I run through. We don't need more Monoxen battle helmets. In fact, do I even need this one? Not really. We have other ones in storage. And at the rate the game's going, we're gonna get another one anyway. Good enough. Bat. Ooh. When you cause bleed, you have a 15% chance to heal. Okay. And we can start getting satiation going, which I should have been aiming for on the last setup because of what we talked about with raising my max health constantly. But getting it here will kind of work. Wish I had picked it up before I picked up the food, but that's how that goes. Go ahead and pick up a level of Frantic Chain. See if I can get another one. Nope. And I'd grab the Ring of Blood, but I can't afford it. We'll go ahead and just grab the Frenzied Strike instead, because we do need Frenzied Strike to be somewhat viable in case we end up in a situation where we can't spin. Put me down, you son of a bitch. Missed me. Nope. Yeah, this setup's still gonna take a bit yet before it goes off enough that I can spin eternally. I think it might be possible to achieve eternal spin. It's just gonna take time. Well, that's an upsetting way for that to have stopped. I'm just spinning away happily and then suddenly I'm an icicle. Just really unfortunate, all things considered. I feel like Cruel Strike's kind of the one we need in this situation because it's boosted by one-handed weapons and it's physical. It's attack speed based, rather. All of these are physical attack. That's why I stopped myself like, wait, no, don't be stupid. Bloody Berserk stacks up to 5 times. Hmm. That might be worth experimenting with, is if I just, like, then send 50 health into it. I presume that's how that works, is I just dump health and then engage stupid. The only problem is, currently if we do the health dump, we lose a quarter of our hit points. Actually, more like a fifth, I suppose, but still a risky proposition at the minute. Ooh. Increase physical attack, critical chance, and attack speed. So, yes, yes, and yes? Thank you, give me that. Is that's both aggression and beast, and a lot of stats we need, so this was just good all around. I may just, like, for the most part, disregard the concept of other skills and just power these two moves as much as I can. Oh yeah, look at that madness meter fighting to stay up. Jesus. Start up the lawnmower. This is actually kind of working, and I don't know what to do with that information. You know, I just had a thought. Can I use both Roar and Bloody Berserk at the same time? Because if I can use both, and then I start up the lawnmower... If anyone out there's thinking I'm memeing, well, good news, you're right. Ooh. Hitting while... Let's grab that first. Because I don't know if attack speed affects our spin speed, but I would like to break the animation of us spinning. Like, just spin so fast it's not even animating anymore. Here we go! And that's why we have the thing that's dropping potions for us occasionally, because I'm going to be doing stupid things to my health. It's assassination level 2. I just need one more. And then critical hits will be flying, hopefully. I don't know how well it's going to go against the spiders, the only thing. There we go. Start up the lawnmower, and we go. I don't know if it'll undo me having used that or if the timer keeps going while the cutscene's going. Kind of experimenting with that idea at the moment. Nope. Nom 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 nom. So, yeah, lawnmower works. Ding, 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 ding. That's not bad. I like the one I'm wearing better, but that's not bad. And the best part is, the more I have to use health potions, the more my max health is going to go up, since we have that that item that gives us 10 max health every time we use a healing potion or eat food. What? Why am I hitting that by existing? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, I broke something. So I know exactly what's happening, but I don't know how to explain how we got here. What's happening is it's stuck convinced that I'm still doing Frantic Whirlwind, probably because the boss died while I was using it. So the game is treating me as still spinning, even though I'm not spinning. So I can do other things at the same time right now. So, bug report. Not sure if bug or feature, but probably bug. Go ahead and give me attack speed. I'm a menace. I am a problem. I'm about to become a bigger problem. Run up the lawnmower. Oh wow, I tried to use the whirlwind again to fix it and it's not fixing. Oh no. Oh no. Irresponsible actions. Such irresponsible actions. Like, it's a good thing I don't use anything that uses madness, because otherwise we literally wouldn't be able to do it. Like, it's kind of self-balancing in a weird, fucked up kind of way. Just by virtue of the fact that I can't... You know, I can't hold on to enough madness to use a skill, basically. So it basically locks us into using only the spin. It's like, even with max Berserk going, I'm not generating enough madness to keep ahead of our costs, unless I'm enraged. Like, I'm 2 for 2 on breaking things today already. And this one I didn't even try to break. Like, I just have a damage aura now that I'm not supposed to have. And you could say, for the integrity of the game, I should destroy myself so that that stops or find a way to fix it. But it's too funny. Like, this is just stupid. And like I said, to a certain degree, it's a self-solving problem because it locks me out of using other options. Not that I was really planning on using other options anyway, but it kind of keeps me locked on that path, you know? Because short of spamming a bunch of attacks in order to generate madness, there's no way I can use anything else now. Like, code-wise, I don't entirely know what's happening. But just logically, that's what my best guess is we're stuck in the state of using that attack, even though we're not animating using that attack. It's very funny, though, that happened right after I was like, I want to break the animation for this attack. And, well, what do you know? I kind of did. Just not the way I meant to. Just keep stacking more armor out of those options, I guess. Like, I could grab an ultimate skill and all of that, but meh. Now, I do, like I said, want to test this. Can I use both of these at the same time? I can. Oh, no. That... Oh, that's gonna have consequences. Oh, boy. That means we can really spin up this lawnmower and watch it just rip. This also gets our madness generation up higher. Okay, so right in front of where he's gonna be, so... Spin up the lawnmower. Go! I think the roar is gonna wear off, because I think it does move a little bit during the... Yeah, because you'll notice the number going. Thankfully, the cooldown also went. And he's dead. I didn't even spin. Oh, no. I've done it again. Oh, I've done it again. Berserker might just be broken in general. Might just be, you know, just a little bit broken. Like, I feel like it's designed to be meant to be a risk-reward system, but I've not really been encountering that much risk. But boy, have I been reaping the rewards. Like, man alive, the rewards are real. Dexterity intelligence on this sword, huh? How about we don't? Goodbye. Pie. Nom 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 nom. To attack and score a critical hit, you get paid. What I'm hearing is we can make infinity money. Wait. If I get 2 resources every time I inflict bleeding on an enemy. Hang on. Hang on. Does this attack inflict bleed? It does not. But if we switch weapons, damaging enemies with your core skill makes them bleed. Yes. 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 I'll take this one too. Now we're at 4 assassination. We just need 1 more so that we get the critical damage bonus. And literally all we need is to keep talent level 2, though I still want to try talent level 6 and just have that plus 10 to every skill that goes into a slot. Because that basically just means you get a bonus to all of your active skills. I mean, I could grab Cruel Strike. What's our attack speed at right now? 147%. Yeah. Yeah. Irresponsible actions. My true power comes from pure irresponsibility. Do 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 do. I have no regard for my own safety. What is a health bar when everything's dead? Do 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 die. Do 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 do. I did not mean to drop that, but that's fine. I am a nightmare. And I know this isn't the first time I've said that either. There we go. Hey there, Snork, how you doing? I broke things, don't mind me. Give me the dexterity for the crit chance again. Onwards. Start up the lawnmower. And away! Yeah, pretty much, you know, nothing new there. So usually if I'm laughing evilly, I'm throwing the knife, not dropping it, but you know, close enough. Spin. I have broken everything again. So to catch you up on why this is so funny, Snork, basically this spin move that I have, I finished off a boss fight with it, and it's now stuck on without it animating. So I just have a death aura around me that's not supposed to be there. And, well, I'm just kind of rolling with it because it's funny. And that's where we're at right now. It is still costing me the same rate it would normally do. So it's kind of balanced, but it's also really weird. But I will definitely be submitting the clip to the devs after today's stream's over to let them know, like, hey, this is a thing that can happen, and this is how it was done. And well, there goes that boss. Okay. Hopefully that run's at least going as well as you could expect it to. This is certainly going well above and beyond expectations because of having broken things. Like, look at this. My hands are off the controller. You can't see my hands, obviously. But this is what I mean. Literally, I'm just existing and doing tens of thousands of damage because I broke something. Okay. I mean, it being promising is a good thing. As long as the testing is accurate. That one might be worth hanging on to. This one can go, and... yeah, this one can go as well. Drowning in legendary equipment. After this run, I'm probably going to try turning the world difficulty up since I keep breaking things with this character. This way, the difficulty can compensate for it a little bit more. That's only really good for us for the physical attack. The dodge chance isn't bad. So getting more satiation wouldn't be a bad thing either. No, just give me a reroll on that. Wolf's Head Ornament. So what you're saying is every time I hit an enemy, they will then take more damage, and I attack faster. So, that also gives me the first level of Beast as well, so give me that. Oh, it just becomes a question of what do I trade for it. Probably this one. because I would only lose the 1 level of hemophilia, and we're not really focusing on bleed. So I don't want to give up the satiation bonus. The satiation bonus is ridiculous right now. So I lose the resource bonus. That's the unfortunate part. But who needs resources at this point? Oh, I should have looked at this before I did that, because I could have rolled the odds. Not that I was going to, because spacing issues, but would have been funny as a thought. But buy the level of Bloody Berserk. Buy the level of Roar. Buy a level of Frantic Chain. Oh, I might have broken things more and more, actually. Because there's supposed to be a target dummy there, I think, and it's not there. Well then. I've really gone and done something. And I don't even know if I did this on purpose. Well, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't do this on purpose, because I don't even... I wish I could say I did this on purpose, because that involves a level of technical understanding and knowledge that I don't have. Oh wait, I fixed it. I'm not infinite spinning anymore. Unfortunately, I'm not infinite spinning anymore, but it's a good thing. On the whole, it's actually a good thing, because it means I'll actually win this on my own merit instead of breaking and cheating everything. This is a good... I don't know why? Wait. Was it the resource artifact that was breaking it then? Huh. No, you hadn't mentioned that, not that I remember. That's the thing. If it's a bug that's just kind of funky and doesn't really cause any major issues, then there's no reason to report it. There's just like massive exploit potential with this being able to be broken like I did it, so that's why I'm like, I'm gonna tell them about that one. It's up to them at that point to decide whether they want to let that bug stay or not. Because I'm all for goofy nonsense being available. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah. And if it's only increasing the range, that still won't carry you past the point where the item, where the ability doesn't do enough damage anymore. So you'd still need to keep up the damage and everything. So I'd say that's not too unreasonable to let sit there. It of course helps, but I'm tempted to grab the artifact detector, but we have no room for artifacts already anyway. Now, if I could find a way to break the game and allow myself more artifact slots, that I definitely wouldn't report. That admittedly would be even more exploitative, but it'd be fun. I didn't jump high enough. Right. So it still balances itself at that point anyway, because even if you're hitting a wider range, that just means you're randomly hitting at that wider range, but it's not hitting all of it, so it really doesn't matter. If anything, you might actually be making the skill worse by increasing the range, because you have you then have even more RNG as to what you're hitting. Like, it becomes a game at that point of, like, can I get this hitting fast enough for it not to matter what it's hitting? I would say 8% is an irrelevant amount. Like, it's an amount that is calculable, but I don't think it's enough for it to be like, oh yeah, this is a buff for the ability. It just makes it slightly more convenient. So it would arguably be filed under quality of life. Okay, so I can't do anything with that anymore, but if we keep raising the attack speed bonuses... Oh, I have more than 1 point. There we go. I have ideas with that attack speed bonus, and the ideas are going to lead to very concerning things. Because I still haven't 100% figured out whether higher attack speeds actually translate to faster spinning. It doesn't really seem entirely like it does. Like, I feel like there's a diminishing return there. Oh yeah, bear in mind, at no point I said anything of the sort. I'm just pointing out, like, this is just the nature of where I see that benefit being as far as the benefits of that glitch. Because there's definitely plenty of instances where a glitch or an exploit really just ends up being more of a quality of life benefit than a serious exploit. Oh yeah, no, this game's a lot of fun. It really did not get the notice that I feel like it deserves, but it's also still early access yet. And as you can see, still very breakable, so... Nah. I have no direct association with this game. I just am supporting it because it's a game I enjoy. So you may as well just go find it on Steam directly. But I do highly recommend picking it up. I have still yet to make any connections where I get a kickback from sales. Ooh, both of these are nice. Attack and attack speed is good. Critical chance. What's our crit chance at right now? Okay, no further questions, Your Honor. Our critical chance is 332%. Okay, yeah, talent is definitely broken. The talent synergy is definitely broken. Something's definitely very wrong there. Because every time we've had the talent bonus giving us 3 to every stat every time we level up, we have had our numbers go berserk. Like, we have had percentages go to absurd numbers that are probably not supposed to be possible. So that's a thing. Note that down in something I'm going to mention potentially too then. Though it's interesting because the numbers didn't go as crazy for the Spellblade as they are for the Berserker. Or at least it wasn't as noticeable with the Spellblade. Whenever I level up, I have a chance to get an artifact. Oh boy. I kind of want to go for a build at some point that's all excavation and merchant perks, just to make the most gold possible. And then just pure capitalism my way to victory, just buy power. And I will say, this game is very affordable. I think it's like a $12 or so game, at least as far as USD is concerned. Like, it is ridiculously affordable. I would lose talent if I got rid of that. I could get away with getting rid of satiation at this point, but I would presume lose all of the health buffs I got from it, which could potentially lose me a pretty hefty chunk of health. But if I grab the abandoned wooden shield and use that to replace the pledge of dexterity, I go back down to 3 assassination, which is fine. And I keep my talent bonus while getting a potentially very silly bonus going. Because not only am I going to gain 12 strength, but I'm going to gain strength every time I get rid of my excess artifacts as well. And if I grab this, it would allow me to get another level of shatter, which that would make me stronger for every artifact I get rid of. Which, oh boy, I just had an idea. If I do go that full merchant excavation idea, if I mix in a bit of shatter, I will gain absurd powers. Because you just start raining artifacts everywhere, and all of your excess artifacts you just eat to gain strength, and you're in business. It's janky, but it would almost certainly work. It just will take time to get rolling. But I would say this is probably my favorite underrated roguelike that's come out this year. Because it's got just enough weird going on to keep it compelling for me. Yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous discounts going on in the summer sale. Unfortunately, most of the best discounts I saw are for things I already own. That was the saddest part. Yeah, I never did grab this. There we go. Start up the lawnmower. Okay, yeah, the spinning is faster with higher attack speed. Now that we've gotten more extreme with our attack speed, it's definitely noticeable. Where it's almost not animating anymore. It just turns into a blur. Which, that was my goal for this setup, basically, is spin so hard you don't animate anymore. Because, you know, I wouldn't be me if I'm not sitting here actively trying to break the thing. I'm just managing to break this in unexpected ways. Kind of like how I just didn't get any of those stacks for Bloody Berserk on screen there. So that's concerning. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not really going to worry about it. We're not having trouble per se yet, so I'm not going to worry about it till it's a problem. Yep, definitely broken again. Definitely too strong. This is fine. Oh, I missed a guy somewhere. Hang on, gotta go find the one guy who lived. Where's the boy who lived? I need to fix that. Die. There we go. And so an entire series of books didn't happen. Now, how quickly am I gonna beat this boss this time? Because if I can get away with it, I'm just gonna spin at him and see what happens. Yes, yes, I'm a successor, and you think I should be much more selfish. Come on, come at me. So anyway, that used to be a boss fight. Yeah, no, it isn't. It definitely isn't fair at all. That's why I'm laughing. This is why I keep saying it's broken as hell. That's a pretty good deal there, yeah. That's the summer sale at its finest. Skill cooldown reduction really won't help me that much, but I don't feel like cycling. Critical hits increase your attack speed by 15%. Ooh. Ooh, there's a thought there. Ooh, there's a thought there. What would I trade for it? I mean, I probably can get away with getting rid of satiation at this point, because if nothing can exist on screen, then having more health is irrelevant. If I could just get maxed out aggression, I would be doing such horrific damage. There wouldn't even be a word for it anymore. Like, horrific would be putting it nicely. The thing is, achieving broken builds is to a certain degree what these games are about. Like, it's both about the difficulty and about the sheer chaotic nonsense of, I've broken the everything over my knee. Oh yeah, no, I've been collecting my free games every week. I disagree with them as a business as well, but it's impossible to argue with free things. Yeah. Much like I don't particularly care for Microsoft in this day and age, but it's hard to argue with the value of Xbox Game Pass to those who don't have infinite money. Because you can get a hold of a lot of very high quality titles for just $10 a month. Oh, wait. Yeah. That makes sense. So, I unbroke it again. In an interesting turn of events. Getting rid of the Eyes of Greed is what unbroke it this time. Huh. But all we lost was satiation, which was just increasing my max health. Unless maybe just getting rid of that reset the stats. Well, more than likely there's not going to be a way for me to fix it as far as getting rebroken goes. So I'm just going to make do with what I've got. I'm not that concerned about it. if I die, I die. I will finally be punished for my sins, and that's honestly fine. It's just, in a way, it's very funny to me that we managed to unbreak ourselves at the exact same point twice in a row now. That's the part that I'm laughing at the most right now. I'm 2 for 2 on changing something at this juncture that ends up undoing the broken nature of whatever it was I was doing. Like, we're once again having to put in effort at this stage of the game. If I hadn't drank a potion there, we were about to be dead instantly. The part that makes it funny, though, is this is the part of the game where arguably being broken would be fair. Is these things are really dangerous. Like, we can hold our own just fine, as demonstrated by what I'm doing here. But I actually need to use everything at my disposal to do so. Well, he's the marker where that changes, is my point. He's the speed bump that leads to the pit of death. The only thing I can assume is basically at some point some kind of weird number per generation happens, and then as soon as you change the variables, it resets back to where it's supposed to be. Like there's some kind of overflow or something that happens. Because you'll notice all of our numbers here are back in reasonable capacities again, which is probably where they're supposed to have been the entire time. So most likely it's something in that vein that was causing us to become horrifically powerful. And honestly, with the trouble that boss caused for me a few times, I don't feel particularly guilty running him over. Yeah, scale is a thing. I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere. You could always just wait for it to go on sale too, because I don't think it's on any kind of real discount during the summer sale. The only sale it's been on so far was when it was doing its little release sale, which was only like $1 or $2 off. Because that's just how things are done these days on that score. Is no matter how much I enjoy a game, I will always advocate for picking it up on sale because it's just better for logic to pick up something at less than full price. Like, the businesses can find a way to take care of themselves. The individual has a much harsher deal on that score sometimes. Like, obviously indie devs have it harder on that score because they have much harsher margins to work within because they don't have huge bank support or anything. But as long as the game is being purchased, they usually are going to be fine. And sometimes, yes, it matters that the game gets purchased immediately. But there's also the extra layer of some sales were never going to happen to begin with, so the sale then makes a sale that wouldn't have happened happen. He's slowly getting away, and I can't catch up to him while spinning. And if you thought I made a hash of what I was saying there, I did. I mean, you'll get some major mixed results as far as the less bugs and being able to see if they did something shady, because you might just happen to catch the sale before they did the shady thing. But your logic is sound, just there is also the other variable to keep in mind. Like, shady things can happen at any stage. Level 10 bloody Berserk. 28 madness a second. 28% physical damage. Which I presume is per stack. I don't actually know what the benefit of stacking it is. Just that we can stack it 5 times. Presumably. It doesn't say it clearly what it actually does by stacking. So it may only be that the stacks affect the bonus that you get, rather than it actually being the straight attack bonus. And by bonus you get, I mean the thing over here. In this case, max stacks raise the duration. The other one would be this, where it increases the physical damage. Short of sitting here and using it and then checking, using it and then checking, I have no way of guaranteeing the number changes. But I'm also not that worried about it. So 12 strength, 12 intelligence, or 20 more resources. 12 strength. We're at 277 strength now. Let's see if we can beat this boss this time. We've died to him every time because we're no longer broken when we get to him. And he is a really dangerous boss. Not because his moveset's dangerous, but he just hits like an entire city block instead of a house. And our setup's actually going to be kind of bad for fighting him, because a lot of our attacks keep us in place. So I'm probably going to have to just basic attack him down. His attempting to spin is probably just going to be the death of me. The one advantage we have is he's slow. He just covers a lot of area with every one of those cleaver swings. And we haven't even seen what his later phases do, like what he's about to do right now. Oh boy. I am so glad that I decided to spin there, because if I had let him do that, that was going to be terrible. See, the whole don't get hit thing only works... Oh, we completed the early access apparently, and I don't get that weapon because my inventory was full, and then the early access thing popped up. Well, that's unfortunate. So, turns out I was bumping up against the end of early access the entire time. Huh, well, that makes sense. So they just have the rest of the map mapped out. They don't actually have it in existence yet. But it was a fancy sword. It was a legendary sword I didn't have.